What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and let's face it, there are tons of skins in Fortnite, right? There are just a bajillion skins in this game, and I mean, if I look at my inventory, I've spent way too much money on it, right? I own 1,339 skins. Now, today's video isn't about my money spending habits, because I know they're poor, but instead, we are going to be talking about how this update, the most recent one, v23.20, has actually broken a lot of skins, including my main skin in the game, Sergeant Green Clover. Now, you might be wondering, why are we on this specific skin? You know, why are we on Sparkle Specialist, and why do we have it turned around? Well, it's because if we turn it the other way here, and we zoom out, you may notice the sparkle is a little bit missing from Sparkle Specialist. That is because for some reason with the brand new update, a lot of skins got bugged, right? And I haven't tested with any of the other like DJ themed skins, but I assume maybe they might have something similar with this effect missing on them as well. We could obviously scroll through here and try finding another one if we really wanted to. Do we really have one nearby I could look at? Like this one, is it like this one looks perfectly fine, right? Then again, this one didn't really have as much of a sparkle effect going on it, but there are a lot of skins such as Sparkle Specialist that I've had some weird issues with the most recent update that are kind of interesting in a way, right? Some skins have had slight changes, such as this one right here, where if we go over to this variant, it's kind of just like a matte texture instead of its normal texture, so it's a lot less shiny, and honestly, a lot of people kind of prefer this version over the normal version in the game, but it isn't just skin textures. You guys may have noticed that a bundle, aka the Lava Legends bundle, or whatever, I forgot what it's called, has left the item shop earlier than intended, and that's because do I need to explain it? It's because for some reason they somehow took the helmet, angled it 90 degrees, and that's how it got released in this update, right? That's how it looks in this update right now. And that's not only that version, because this version as well is just broken. Now you can see Jonesy's head, you can see how the hair is kind of like shaved down and everything there, but it's just broken. No one knows why, no one knows how it happened, it just happened. And I mean, it's not just those skins, right? We have skins like this over here, Burnout, which has the exact same effect going on it as well, but there's just been a lot of weird texture bugs this update, right? And it's like, I could sit here for hours, go through every single skin, try finding all the bugs and everything going on with them, because, you know, there's probably a lot that I haven't even noticed from the update, because, you know, there's just a lot of random skins that have apparently gotten bugged, and it seems to be related to more of the older skins at least, so that is something to keep in mind. But it's just very interesting to see how stuff from the past has just been broken this update, whether it's small texture glitches or helmets being modified and moved 90 degrees. There's just stuff that isn't right with this update, and I find it kind of funny because, as you guys know, I main Sergeant Green Clover. Now, I do plan to change that a little bit, you know, use that new survey skin we talked about. Everyone thinks it's the FireMonkey skin, even though it's not. But for right now, my main skin in the game is Sergeant Green Clover, and if we click on it, you know what? I gotta say it right now, right? Obviously, the hat isn't properly on the head anymore. It's not up there. It is not on top of the dome. But because of the fact that Sergeant Green Clover is kind of like, you know, a leprechaun thing, and, you know, their whole thing are like rainbows and all this crazy stuff, I kind of like it, right? I kind of want this to be a variant. Obviously, not having the hat all the way down there, maybe a little bit higher in the air, but it gives me like Fairly Odd Parents vibes, you know, where like Cosmo and all of them will have like the crown that's floating above their head. It gives me some very interesting vibes, and I just kind of enjoy it. Now, there is something very interesting about the glitched helmets and stuff that we can go ahead and go into a game to show you guys, but to kind of explain what the weird bug is with this, when you go in a game and you do an emote like this, you know, that helmet is obviously, or I guess in this case, the hat is obviously still just floating there off to the side. It doesn't randomly reattach or anything to the body, but it follows your camera angle. So you can look around while in an emote and watch as the hat will rotate between the front of your face, the sides of your face, and the back of your face. So let's just go ahead and launch into a match and show you guys how buggy this really is. Alright, here we are. Now that we're in game, it's time to show you how, like, weird this actual glitch is, and how it honestly makes me want it to, at least for the skin right here, Sergeant Green Clover, to not have it patched so I can continue to just have fun with it, right? If anything, make it a variant, right? You know, just make it an Easter egg callback to this one weird glitchy time in Fortnite's history, because, you know, other ones like Battlehound or whatever, it makes sense why those couldn't be a variant, because it's literally just, you know, a very weird looking bug. But for Sergeant Green Clover, it kind of just works in some weird way. Maybe that's just me wanting a variant variant for the skin that I've rocked for the longest time, you know, literal years at this point, but I do think it just kind of works very well with this skin, especially knowing the aesthetic of what this character is, and, you know, a whole, like, not 4th of July, I mean St. Patrick's Day thing, you know, not 4th of July, let's correct ourselves here, but let's go ahead and sit over here on the little balcony area and show you guys what happens when you do an emote. So, for example, if we do this emote right here, everything looks normal, the hat's still in the right spot, but when I rotate my camera, the hat moves. Right now it's in front of the camera, right? It's right in front of my face. If we rotate to the left, it moves behind me, and like I get these weird vibes from it, right, where I feel that it would be a perfect variant for the skin if maybe it was just angled a little bit higher, right? If it was angled a little bit higher, I could definitely see them passing it off as a variant, and, you know, I would probably even spend a little bit more money, you know, change the rarity up a bit and make it a little bit more expensive. I would spend the money in order to get that, because, you know, the Sergeant Green Clover set, or I guess, you know, just in general, all those cosmetics are definitely in the interesting territory, because the pickaxe part of the set has had a rarity change a long time ago. It used to be a blue rarity pickaxe, I do believe, and then randomly got changed to purple after an update, so it's not like it wouldn't be uncommon for this set to have a random rarity change after it's already released, but maybe it's just me wishfully thinking and hoping that I could get a new variant for this skin, right? I just think that's a very funny glitch that, especially with some skins, of course, you know, if you main like Battlehound or whatever that one skin was, I think Bloodhound, I don't even remember the name of it, I'm sorry, but you know, with some skins, obviously it looks weird. It does not fit at all, you know, it's just kind of a broken version of the skin you already wear, and I could see it putting people off of actually using it, but when you have some other ones like this skin right here, I just kind of see it working, right? Because it's like, you put it there, like, obviously you just need to be a little bit higher and it would work perfectly fine, but you're in like the chair and everything, you know, you need a little snack, you just pull it out of your hat while you're looking up at the sky, don't want a snack anymore, oh, that's fine, just rotate it back around, boom, you just got a floating little, why do I keep saying 4th of July, St. Patrick's Day hat just behind you, right? It just, I don't know, I find it really funny in one hand, and I find it definitely to be an interesting bug to happen in Fortnite's history, but it's also one of those things where I suddenly cope and I'm like, you know what, I don't want this bug to end because I'm having so much fun just messing around with it, but this one is pretty fun, right? So in the comments down below, I'd like to know if any skins that you main or use a lot have been affected by this bug with the most recent update, and what do you think? Should Epic Games just make this a little callback and a nod to the whole entire bug by making it a variant of Sergeant Green Clover? Do you think they should modify some of those other skins that got a little bit less shiny this update to have that less shiny variant? What do you really think about this entire bug? Because for me, you know, some skins, I understand the annoyance of it, right? Some skins where the helmets are just completely 90 degrees and it's just broken in the face, I understand the annoyance there, but for other things like Sergeant Green Clover or some of, you know, the smaller things out there, like, oh hey, this skin is less shiny, I find it just to be more interesting than anything. But I'll await your comments in the chat down below, and with that said, I'll see you champs and champions tomorrow with another YouTube video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out. Peace.